Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. Welcome my loves to another pick a card reading, an entertaining one I hope, on the smutty topic of your next intimate encounter. I wanted to give you today a choice of 4 goddesses which can gently lead you into the story of your next intimate encounter. So maybe in this reading today we can learn about some goddesses or activate their energy, and then we can get into the details of your intimate forecast. I hope that you'll enjoy this type of reading. I have here for you a choice of 4 different images with goddesses on them, oracle cards from the Goddess Power Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. It's one of my favorite oracle decks. It's so rich with myth and meaning, I would say. I always link everything I use in my clips in the description box below. So if you're looking to purchase this deck for yourself, feel free to do so. I highly recommend it. So let me introduce to you the options that have fallen on the table by themselves. I was just shuffling the deck, asking for guidance for my crew, and these are the goddesses that we were dealt. So I didn't actually pick them. I didn't exercise my willpower. I allowed spirit to come through on such a powerful day. I'm filming this on the 8th of November, which is the day preceding the eclipse. The eclipse happened some 4 hours ago. It's usually not a good indication to read tarot before then. So this is why I feel really re-energized right now following the eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, to create this reading for you guys now that the energies have stabilized a little bit. And sorry, I trailed into something completely new and I forgot what I was saying, but that's not important. Let's come back. Oh, I wanted to say as well that in Romania, according to the Christian Orthodox calendar, we celebrate today Saint Gabriel and Saint Michael. So it's not only the day of the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, we are also having the celebration of 2 of our most major Christian saints. So I just thought this is a perfect moment to tap into divine goddess energy for you guys, especially since Saint Michael, one of the saints that we are celebrating today in Romania, happens to be the one under whose energy and protectorship I actually divinate. So all this being said, let me introduce to you the options. We have here for group 1, Hecate. I think that if you were reading tarot or if you're part of the spiritual community here on YouTube, you already know who Hecate is. She is basically the mother of witchcraft. She is the Greek goddess of anything that had to do with occult, spellcraft, divination, any form of looking into the future, predicting the future, is under her rulership. Together with Persephone and Demeter, she is considered to be the tripartite goddess of witchcraft. It's interesting because she played a major role in finding out Persephone when she was taken into the underworld by Hades and her mother Demeter suffered a lot and was desperately looking for her. It was Hecate who lighted the way into the underworld and was actively seeking for Persephone. So she is considered to be the light bringer. She is the one that protects women, and especially women and mothers and young daughters. And she is also considered to be the crone aspect of a female's life. So Demeter is considered to be the mother, and Persephone is considered to be the maiden, and Hecate is the final form, the crone, the wise one, the one that has been through life's experiences and is able to heal, to impart her wisdom, to protect, and to light the path of future generations. I absolutely love her. Her Roman equivalent is actually the goddess Trivia, or as sometimes she was also known as Diana. You guys know that Greeks and Romans tended to kind of mix them all up. Diana was actually considered to be the goddess of the hunt and the moon. And sometimes she is also associated with Hecate because Hecate also ruled over the night and the moon. Although she is not at all the equivalent of goddess Nyx. Goddess Nyx is something completely different. She is actually one of the few goddesses that the almighty god Zeus was afraid afraid of, but this was not the case with Hecate. Hecate was under the rulership and command of Zeus, and she could only do so much in the hierarchy of the pantheon. But at the same time, she was incredibly powerful in the affairs of people on Earth. So, as she is considered to be the one that leads people towards destinations, she is also honored as the goddess of crossroads. This is why we see in this card the in-between. If you're finding yourself in a liminal state, in this state of confusion with one foot in the past and one foot in the future, but not really making a decision as to where you actually want to be, if you're struggling to feel like you're present in your life at the moment, this could be the best choice for you in this reading today in order to find out the details of what's coming up for you intimately, sexually, and romantically. Okay, now for group 2, I do know that today the reading, the introduction might take a little bit longer, but I wanted to actually take my time and to talk to you about the beauty of these goddesses. So now for group 2, we have a goddess that you might be familiar with because she is actually the name of a great American brand, Nike. I think that you would pronounce her name Nike in ancient Greek. She is considered to be one of the faces of Athena. And as you guys know, Athena was the goddess of war and justice. She was revered throughout the ancient mythological Greek world. But Nike is seen like the victorious side of Athena. Much like in Hindu mythology, you would find the goddess Durga, the supreme mother, the nurturing, caretaking face of femininity, and oftentimes she would transform into Kali when her children were threatened and she had to go to war to protect those that she loves. So similar to that kind of vibration, we have here Nike. And Nike is this energy of speed, movement, rushing into a situation and declaring, I have conquered, I am here. She's a very Veni Vidi Vici kind of energy. If you guys are familiar with the Latin phrase, which actually can be translated into, I came, I saw, I conquered. And the Romans used to kind of portrayed their power and a little bit of an arrogant take on the fact that they were conquering so many populations with their civilization and their power and their might during the height of the Roman Empire. So Nike is seen as this almost like, if you're familiar with the energy of the Chariot in the Major Arcana and Tarot, this is who Nike is. She is this energy of, I'm here, I'm victorious. And she's usually associated with athletes, Olympians, or athletes that would actually compete in the Olympic Games in ancient Greece, would pray to her and would usually decorate their bodies or their, if they had something that they needed, like their tools, for example, that they would use during the Olympic Games with symbols of her energy. Her symbol is the wing, and this is why you would see even in the company's logo, Nike, you would see that small tick, because it represents speed, movement, ambition, swooping in fast and conquering things, which is a strategy that was adopted by many military forces, especially if you guys think about the Blitzkrieg that was applied by German forces in the Second World War. So, disregarding that rather negative connotation of speed and movement and victory, Nike stands for absolute achievement. She is fast, she's a badass, and she's incredibly ambitious. So if you feel drawn towards achieving a victory in your life, or if you feel quite mighty and powerful at the moment in your life, if you feel like you could be in a relationship with an athlete, or you're looking to be into one to manifest a sportsman in your life, or if you yourself are practicing a specific sport and you're sporty and you like fit clothing and you live a very fit lifestyle, this could be the choice for you in this pick a card reading. Okay, now let's move on to one of my favorites. I'm actually excited to present you Gula at group 3 because this is a goddess that I enjoyed learning a lot about since she wasn't a goddess I was very familiar with. We're dealing here with an ancient energy. She's Mesopotamian, so part of the very first civilizations that were organized on Earth. And she was seen predominantly to be worshipped in the 3rd Ur period, from what I remember. Sorry for pronouncing the R in such a weird way. You know, guys, I'm bilingual, Romanian and English. So she's a goddess that was considered to preside over medicine, healing arts, and also dogs. Yep. She was the goddess that was usually depicted with a dog alongside her. So if you enjoy dogs, this could be the choice for you. Or if you feel that the person on your mind, the person you're trying to manifest a next intimate encounter with, has a dog or is a dog lover, then maybe you could resonate more strongly with this specific goddess. She is actually considered to be the 2nd most revered goddess after Ishtar, and it's interesting because her name, Gula, actually means in Mesopotamian, the great. So we see here, or sorry, I don't know if Mesopotamian is actually the dialect. I know that Mesopotamia was the region. I think it's Sumerian, if I am being more specific. I'm sorry for those of you that are more linguistically inclined. So we see here an energy that brings a powerful healing force. This could also speak about maybe your entanglement with a person that could be a medic, they could be a doctor, they could be a spiritual healer. Gula governs over all of these professions, and she brings this wonderful energy of patching things up. So this could also be my reconciliation pile. If you resonate strongly with this energy, then you might want to choose Gula in this pick a card reading. And then, last but never least, we have the gorgeous Mnemosine. And Mnemosine is actually the goddess of memory. I know, her name is a little bit hard to pronounce. Try to absorb the M and just focus on the N, Mnemosine. Then you would pronounce it in a much better way. She is actually considered to be the mother of the Muses. This was a group of women that were presiding over the arts in ancient Greece. And these were 9 in number. I actually opened, I did a Google search because I'm not able to remember all of them. I always mix them up. But these 9 muses are Calliope, Clio, Erato, Euterpe, Melpomene, Polyhymnia, Thalia, and Terpsichore. So we have here a woman that actually was desired by Zeus, the god of gods in ancient Greece. He went to her under the guise of a shepherd and tricked her. He stayed with her and made love to her for 9 nights, and after that period, the 9 muses were born. Mnemosine presides over memory, and it's an interesting fact. The fact we don't know if it was actually a fact because we're talking about myth here, but it's an interesting tale, part of her myth, in which apparently she used to give people that were dead or souls that were disembodied in the afterlife, she used to have power over them to make them remember their life on earth. Because as you guys know, one of the things that separates the living from the dead is the fact that we don't remember the fact that we have a continuous existence, that our souls, once they disincarnate, forget about the life that they had. So we need to actually put a lot of effort and divinate and use occult methods in order to remember our past lives, in order to remember who we were in a previous embodiment. Well, Mnemosine is actually the one that guards over these energies. So she is the one that is able to help you remember. If you're struggling with memory, if you have some sort of repressed memories that you're trying to bring up to the surface, she might be the one that you need to pray to. Interestingly enough, she's also the energy that rules over pictures that were taken and made and created. So the next time when you make a selfie and you upload it online, think of Mnemosine, because you're actually making an offering to her. So this is for my pile 4. I do need to mention one small tidbit which I forgot to mention with Hecate, is that we are actually in her season. She is usually making her presence known whenever you see mists around you. And right now in the Northern Hemisphere, we are entering the mistiest part of the month of November, which is the final 2 weeks. It's kind of like the middle of November until the end of November. And I think the first 2 weeks of December, usually up until the first snow. But I do know that in certain places in Northern Europe, it's already covered in snow. Anyway, what I wanted to say without getting into this weird meteorological kerfunkel is the fact that Hecate is actually the one that would make her presence known whenever there is a fog, whenever there is a mist, whenever you feel that your sight is blurred. She makes her presence known in those specific moments, and she also guards over graveyards. There is an interesting energy here between Nike and Hecate because both are somehow associated with the underworld, as they tend to lead souls back and forth from the underworld to the earthly plane. So that was just a small side bit for those of you that were still wondering, should I choose Nike, should I choose Hecate? Maybe this could help you. Now, following this rather lengthy introduction, I do apologize for the length of it, but I don't apologize for the information that I shared with you. I hope that you have enjoyed this extensive use of myth. I want to create more of such readings in my future clips, because that was the whole point. I wanted to make the spiritual social educational, but also entertaining and super fun for you guys. So all this being said, I hope you actually reflected and also intuitively figured out which of these energies works best for you. As I said, I always have everything linked in my description box below. There are many links for you to access. You can join this channel. You can follow me on my second channel, Eden. You can check my website, The Spiritual Social. I also am open for private readings. You have an extensive list down below with pricing and options, and I'm constantly thinking of what new services to add. So I'm open to suggestions or recommendations for you guys, because I'm generally working in your service and I want you to use my services and feel healthy and happy and inspired when you do. You can also follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and all this being said, I'm not going to keep you waiting too long. Let's find out the intimate details of your next encounter, of your next sexual and romantic encounter. Hey group 1, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here for this very special pick a card reading on the details of your next intimate encounter. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the mother of witchcraft herself, the Greek goddess Hecate, who rules over the in-between, crossroads, and graveyards. I hope you haven't skipped over the introduction, because I tell you at length her myth and what she governs over. So, as you guys know, in my pick a card readings, I live shuffle from a tarot deck of my choice, and I chose the Manara Tarot today, but I already pre-selected some oracle cards before, so we can dive straight into the messages and I get some clarification regarding what the tarot has to say. So let's see right now for you, my beautiful group 1. I hope that as you are waiting for me to get you the cards, you can have a look at all the links in the description box below. I always refresh them and make sure that they work. Please let me know if there are any other suggestions that you would like me to add in terms of services, in terms of things that you would like to see on my channel. I'm open to creating the space to be as applicable to your needs as possible. Okay? So let's see. Oh, you got a lot of cards and my nose is already itching. I'm sorry guys, this is a very clear indication that the energy is prime and proper. Spirit has a funny way of giving me messages by tickling my nose. So let's see. Oh, we have here the Tower blocked. I was this close to flipping the energy over. Not yet. I want to see all of the cards. So you got the Tower blocked. We also have here the stars. Wow. So we got Mars energy. We've got Aquarius energy. We've got the Ace of Fire. I love this card. It looks like she's a heart eater or a heartbreaker. Then we have the Eight of Air. And then we also have the Four of Earth. And your clarifying cards are, whoa, sexual arts. I had a feeling this card will pop up. Number 33. This is the Grandmaster numerological number of creative and compassionate communication. So somebody very chatty. You're going to have this intimate encounter with somebody very chatty. But I think something alarming could happen because I keep hearing the police alarms outside. I do apologize for the noise, but I see this as a further indication as to what is going to happen between you and this person. We have here this card, ultra sexy, clingy. We have here, give me some space. And the final card that I have for you, the mirror, know thyself, self-examination. And the final keyword, seeing who you really are. Okay, let me tell you what I see here. I see that your next intimate encounter is gonna be a hit and miss. It will be passionate, it will be ultra sexy. You will feel as if somebody gave you fresh energy. It could be that this next intimate encounter might happen to you either for the first time or for the first time in a very long while, and you're itching for it, you're burning for it. It's almost as if, because you chose Hecate here, if you don't release a load, if you don't have sex soon, it could be that you feel like you might explode. I also feel like you might not be this kind of person that is into self-pleasure, or you tried and it kind of failed, so you appreciate having somebody else to have sex with. So I would say here that you have gathered a lot of sexual energy inside of you, and this is what's going to help you manifest this individual. Predominantly, this is going to be a coupling between a man and a woman, a heterosexual couple. But if you chose group 1 and you're into same-sex individuals, then just apply it to your circumstances, boo, okay? It's up to you to have sex with whomever you want, as long as it's legal and consenting, you know? So we're just seeing here an individual that is really fired up, that will have a very passionate encounter. I see here somebody that will be very attracted to your chest, your hands, and also the lower part. So there could be some oral pleasure involved, especially the man giving it to the woman. That's predominantly what I see here. I feel that if you are the female energy, or you identify with this feminine energy, you're going to be very nurturing to this individual. However, I also see that there's going to be some passive aggressiveness. There might be an argument that happens either before or after. I see here that somebody will lie to someone else. It could be that this individual is connected, is in another connection. Could be that they're trying to hide certain things regarding their sexual stamina, their sexual history. It could be that you might lie about the fact that you had sex before, when in reality you might not have had it yet. So in order to cover up the fact that you're a virgin, you're just going to kind of brag about your prowess a little bit. I see here that somebody will definitely twist the truth. It's not going to be something that negative. I see that the white lies that will be said are meant to avert a conflict. With the tower blocked, this is energy that is like aggressive energy, destructive energy, that instead of being expressed in a connection, it's being turned inward. So it's kind of like, instead of exploding on you on the situation, I'm just gonna hold back and I'll do the intelligent thing, which is to lie. Now, don't come at me in the comments below for the fact that I just said this thing. If you are an intelligent person, look in the mirror. Of course you lied in your life. You lied to get out of a difficult situation, of an embarrassing set of circumstances. You might have tweaked your CV here and there. You might have said a white lie in order to get out of a really uncomfortable family-related situation. We all lie, we all copy each other, we all are at the mercy of certain feelings such as envy and jealousy. We're humans, right? The whole point of this is to be honest with what is happening. And even if you said a lie, admitting the truth to yourself afterwards can help you kind of dissipate the negative energy of that lie. Because every time when we make a lie, in spite of the fact that we think that we get out of it scot-free, we are incurring a certain karmic spiritual debt. Okay, so just so you guys keep this in mind. So I don't see it very clearly who this person could be in terms of who is the one that's going to say the lie. I feel the need to pick up these two cards together, which tells me that it could be the man, it could be the one that identifies with the masculine energy. This could also be related to the fact that I'm seeing here the energy of the current Mars retrograde. So we're having a Mars transit in Gemini retrograde at the time at which I'm filming this reading. You could watch this in the future and Mars could be direct in a completely different sign, but this is the energy that I have at my disposal at the moment, and sometimes the tarot shows me the energy of the present. So I can see that there is something here about stunted energy. It might be that the disagreement or the lie could happen regarding the other person's sexual prowess. Maybe the male is going to feel like he can't complete the act, or he can't come to full arousal, or he might finish too soon, and then the female will feel a little bit obliged to lie to him that it's okay, everything was good. So that's kind of the dynamic I'm picking up on here. Nonetheless, I think that you both are going to want to see each other again. So in spite of this hiccup, in spite of this kind of small argument, small tensed energy, holding things in, I do think that there is potential here for more, because you don't want to let go of each other. With the stars here, I see hope, and with the Four of Pentacles, I see somebody that, as you can see in this image, grabs on to the other one, doesn't want to let go. There is a latching on that is happening here, a bonding kind of situation. You guys will exchange intimate and physical energy and sexual energy, and that's already cording both of you, because as you guys know, every time when we have sex with somebody, there is an energetic cord that links us through the sexual organs. We transmit energy back and forth towards each other. That's why it's so important to be quite mindful about the people you allow into your body, or the people that you use your energy to imprint your own body upon, in cases where you're just not going all the way through and you have penetrative sex, but you're just having like, you know, oral sex, or just like cuddling, and I don't know what they call them nowadays, first base, second base in American lingo. But yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just kind of like more tentative cuddling, rubbing, edging, right? All of those. We're not actually going all the way. We're kind of testing to see how we vibe. So nonetheless, even if you do that, you imprint your energy on the other person. It's not as strong as a sexual cord, but it is quite powerful. That's another argument for why you guys should use protection when you're having sex, because when you're having a condom, it's diminishing the energy of that cord. If you can actually think of plastic diminishing spiritual energy in any way, shape, or form. But I can tell you from my experience that yes, it does diminish the kind of vibe that you feel upon you after you've been with that person. So the interesting part is that this connection is going to teach you something quite powerful about yourself. It could be that you have some sort of seventh house placements with this person. So it might be that this person is showing an aspect of yourself that you don't want to acknowledge. You could be saying to this person, or you could be thinking in your mind that, oh, this person is not so competent in the bedroom, or, oh, how could they do that to me? I'm so annoyed. I'm feeling a little bit angry, but I'm going to hold it in. But it's important to understand that your anger shows you something about some sort of boundary that was trespassed in the past between you and another person. What you'll experience in this intimate encounter is something that you might have done to somebody else in the past. And this is not some sort of punishment from the universe. This is helping you gain awareness so that you get control over a part of your behavior that you're not aware of. You could be judging in the other person the very thing that you're doing in your own life. And this intimate encounter, while it's going to be quite sexy, it's going to be quite trusting, and I feel that the majority of you are going to go all the way through, you're going to complete the act, it's also going to feel a little bit heavy, almost like a lesson is learned. It's going to have some hiccups, but the attraction is there, and it is undeniable, okay? The attraction will be very, very strong. You're going to want to meet again and do this all over again, yeah? It could be that one of you is Neptunian. I'm seeing somebody here with a very beautiful body. I think the female has a very beautiful body, and she's very desired in this connection. And I also feel that the female could also have some sort of star-like quality. She could have a social media presence, or she could be in the public eye. And the male kind of shies away from this. there might be some arguments regarding how popular you are, and that could intimidate your partner, but nonetheless, this person will keep coming back because you're just too delicious. You're too delicious. You're like a +10 in their group of 4s and 5s, you know, if we are to rank people by numbers, which I don't really agree with, but I'm trying to use kind of like romantic lingo that some of you might understand. Oh no, that sounds like I'm patronizing you guys. No, I'm sorry. Under the beautiful energy of Hecate, I see that this next intimate encounter for you, group 1, is going to be a little bit confusing. It's going to leave you a little bit in limbo. So don't try to judge it or to interpret it too much. Go and see this person again, because I have a feeling that you guys need to see each other again, and that's why the energy is a bit about in between. If you were not a little bit frustrated or confused or kind of going through this hiccup in this connection, you might have decided that, oh yeah, we had fun, that's it, bye, I'm not going to see you again, I'm going to move on to the next person. But there is something more to learn here, there is something more to process, and it could be that this might lead to a long-term connection, but you first gotta sort out something karmically with this individual. Okay? So this is the energy that I had for you, group 1. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm kind of trying to do things a little bit different. Let me know down in the comments if this resonated. And make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to see you next week. Ciao. Hey group 2, hello my loves. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of the details of your next intimate encounter. This is for those of you that were drawn to Goddess Nike, the Greek goddess of victory and ambition and speed. I hope you haven't skipped over the introduction. It's a bit longish because I'm actually telling you the stories and the myths behind these images. So maybe that resonates quite strongly with your current situation, or maybe you're learning something new. That's my hope and my intention for you. If you were drawn to this beautiful energy, I do feel that you could be in a connection with an athlete, somebody who's quite sporty, somebody who's very fit or is into the fitness lifestyle, or you might actually have this energy and you're here to find out more about your next intimate encounter. If you guys are new to my channel, you need to know that I'm actually doing a combination of live shuffling from a tarot deck of my choice, and I chose the Manara Tarot today because it's spicy, and also I pre-shuffle or pre-select a couple of oracle cards just so I could get some clarification, and also because oracle cards tend to balance out the energy of the tarot that tends to be quite ruthless sometimes. So let's see. As I'm shuffling for you here, please have a look at all the links that I placed below in the description box. There are many things that you guys could do to get in contact with me outside of this screen here on YouTube, so I hope that you take advantage of that. Okay, we already have some cards on the table. I can see the Hermit blocked. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So let me show you the cards. Yeah, the Hermit blocked, the Virgo energy, not feeling like itself, low vibrational Virgo energy. What's happening here? Don't click away, there is more to come. We have here the Two of Coins. This is good. It's showing me that a decision will be made. We have here the Six of Water. We see here the Sun in Scorpio, and I am currently filming this with the energy of Scorpio season, even though you might stumble upon this clip in the future. We have here the Eight of Coins. Good. I love this card. This is the card of hard work. Hard work in the bedroom. And then we have the King of Fire, which can be any of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have Leo here clarified, and this usually portends an older individual. Oh, already. Oh, this is quite hot. Now, your oracle cards are Pride. Need I say more? We have Leo and Pride. As you guys know, Leos are wonderfully loving, warm individuals. I love Leo energy, but their kind of nasty side brings out their pride. Yeah, they can easily cut people out or dismiss them when they get into that prideful Leo kind of energy. So I think that this could be a problem in your next intimate encounter, but I do feel that you're really going to enjoy it because you're going to be on the receiving end of a lot of fire and passion, and I feel that this is going to happen quite fast, and I feel that this individual is going to be like leave no prisoners behind, you know. They're just gonna go at it hard, and yeah, they'll make you jubilate, right? So you will have an orgasm. Now, speaking of orgasms, whoa, yeah, this is the card you got. So we have here Sucking. I want to pleasure you. You see, this person really has it bad for you, group 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then we also have here, oh, vulnerability. This is one of my favorite cards in the Oracle of Mermaids. And it says here, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. I'm so happy to see this card. I can already feel that some of you are drooling because for some reason my saliva intake has been overly activated by this energy. Anyway, TMI. So now we have here on the table a very prideful person that is incredibly fit, could be an athlete, is very proud of how they look. They might have quite a large member if they're a man, you know, they might have quite a wap, wet ass pussy if they're a woman. This is a person that has confidence in the bedroom. They have a certain amount of sexual history, sexual experience, and they're proud of it. I don't know if anybody actually told them anything critical. Maybe because other people didn't want to kind of like make them feel bad, or maybe because they are just that good. But this person knows that they can bring it. They know that they can make you calm. They know that they can bring you to a state of deep satisfaction, and they might even ask you for a review afterwards. This is the energy of a fire sign in the bedroom, right? Hot, fast, passionate, ultra full of desire, like there's no breathing space between you and them. And then it's a lot of laughter, it's a lot of talks, it's a lot of making each other feel quite cozy and comfortable. But this could even be an individual that might not stick around after they have had sex with you, okay? So this could be somebody that might walk away from you first, and then they might try to come back. And I have a feeling that this individual suffers a little bit from fear of missing out. And I also feel that it's because they are so attractive and they put so much energy into looking good that they've created their whole personality around their physical attributes. I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist, don't get it twisted. I don't see something here related to a mental health, and it should be underlined that this term narcissist is being thrown out in the interwebs and on social media so easily, but it is a mental health disorder, guys. It requires a diagnosis, much like a person that suffers from any of the disorders on the autistic spectrum, or a person that suffers from obsessive compulsive disorders or schizophrenic attributes. It needs a diagnosis. You can't just say a person is into how they look and they're narcissistic, okay? It's not that easy, okay? We need to actually get back to the basics. So, all this being said, I am here to tell you that this person is just proud of how they look. They spend a lot of energy and effort in looking good. I think this will be the point of attraction for you. You're gonna like that so much about them. The fact that they have like super chiseled abs if they're a man, but even a woman can have a really chiseled tummy, or the fact that they're, I don't know, maybe they're enhanced in some way. This could be an individual that has had a couple of aesthetic surgeries, has had some work done, you know, to make themselves look more appealing. This could be like a fitness instructor that has a large following on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. This can be an individual that sells certain products that are related to their personality and their health and fitness level. They could be also a performer, a dancer, a singer, an actor, an actress, maybe not a very famous one, but somebody that is up and coming, somebody that's kind of like in the hustle game. And this individual is very proud of their physical attributes. There's a lot of big dick energy and wet ass pussy energy that I'm picking up on here. So this is an individual that kind of has never heard no sexually from another person, and I think you will find it very hard to say no to them. I think it's just when you see them naked, they're just so good looking that you're gonna be a little bit like drooling, and you're gonna feel like you're a little bit silly, you know. And don't worry, this happened to a lot of us. It happened to me as well. I dated somebody that was a swimmer and had a perfect body, okay? So it's just, it sometimes can make you a little bit dumb, even if you think you're the most spiritual person in the world. So there's nothing to be ashamed here for. I do feel that you're gonna be a little bit weak in the knees, right? And you're gonna think, oh my God, like, this is such great luck. I can't believe I'm naked with this person together in the same room. But at the same time, I feel like this person is gonna think the same of you, because I don't think that they've met somebody like you with your soul fabric. And also, I think that you're very good looking physically as well. I see here an individual that put a lot of hard work into how, predominantly I'm gonna say she, because I know that my viewers are mostly women. So you put a lot of work into how you look as a woman, but also if you're a man, please take this as a compliment as well, because it's meant for the viewer. I feel that you also struggle towards the good life. You're also trying to perfect yourself. And I also feel that you could have some sort of past life link with this individual. This might be somebody that you've met in a past life, but the problem here is that I'm not getting a very steady kind of energy. I don't see Uranus or Aquarius energy on the table, but I'm getting that this could be an individual that might have a wound to process or is suffering from fear of missing out. The Hermit blocked talks about an individual that finds it very hard to be with themselves, to be alone. You know, the Hermit upright is this individual that is super okay to be locked in the house for days on end, to do research, to play computer games, to take care of plants, to organize their cupboard by color or flavor, or you know, this is an individual that is like, I can do without the social world, thank you, bye, I don't need it, you know. But blocked, this tells me about an individual that suffers from anxiety if they are not constantly connected to somebody or talking about something or going out or experiencing life. So it could be that this person has some sort of, they constructed their personality on this feeling of, I don't want to be alone. And that's a very faulty foundation to build your personality upon, because as soon as you are alone, the whole structure of who you are crumbles. So I feel that this person really suffered throughout the pandemic, or it could potentially be that now they're out to explore as much of life as they can because they're genuinely afraid that they could perish and be forgotten and remain alone for the rest of their life. I feel that you guys, after you will have sex, you'll maintain a friendship. I'm getting some energies here with water and earth of steady friendship, you know. I'm kind of getting that this could be a connection that could actually flow into, well, we enjoy each other so much. I'm kind of weak in the knees whenever I see him or her. So I'm just going to be their friend for a while and see what happens. Because you're going to pick up from this interaction that this person is quite into you, but they need to understand that they've got nothing to be afraid of by opening their heart to you. There is a fear of intimacy here and a fear of missing out. And when you couple these together, you get an individual that runs away from things that might be good for them, from relationships that are steady and stable, because they might feel that these relationships are boring or that it keeps them somehow trapped, you know, it suffocates them. And I can completely understand that. I also have felt many times suffocated in a connection, so I'm not judging anyone here, and I hope that you have the kindness and compassion in your heart to not judge them as well. Not all connections need to be super long-standing and beautiful and wow. I'm actually reading the cards here about a real connection, a real intimate encounter. Well, as real as it can be, considering that I'm reading tarot for you guys. So all this being said, I'm getting a situation where a person might actually have to say no to a work commitment or say no to somebody else in order to be with you. So they will have chosen you. They're going to put in a lot of work trying to get your body, to stimulate it, to massage you, to get you to actually open up to them and feel very warm and very ready to take them in during the act itself. They're going to really appreciate your ass and your, I'm gonna say it, your sucking abilities, okay? We see here she's sucking on a flute and you got the sucking card, yeah? So if nobody told you before, you have an excellent oral pleasure giving capacity to the people that you've been connected with, okay? So A game. I see very clearly here that there could be some sort of romantic background. You guys could go for a dinner, or this person might bring you some flowers, or there will be some sort of like really sweet kind of background where you guys kiss for the first time, or in this person's home there might be some really nice luxurious things that you're going to really enjoy on the day of the intimate encounter itself. And I also feel that this person could really appreciate good shoes. I feel like you're very good at wearing nice shoes, you have taste, you have style, and this person really appreciates it. Now, if you're this kind of person that only wears Converse all the time and you don't care about this might not be your pile, okay, boo? Choose one of the other 3 options that I have for you in this pick a card reading. But this is what I see for you. It will be victorious. It will be really, really hot. You guys could actually go for more than 1 round in the same night. I feel like this person will have in their environment something to kind of give you pleasure as well. Maybe some strawberries covered in chocolate and some champagne. I feel like they're a very generous individual, but try not to kind of get on their nastier side by making them jealous or saying something rude, because you're gonna come face to face with their pride and they might easily like throw you out of the room or kind of block you, or like, you know, this is kind of the reaction when they feel disrespected. All in all, I think that a vulnerable, compassionate, sweet approach is going to actually get you guys to become more connected. And please don't freak out if you have a wonderful night with this person and then they kind of tend to disappear on you for a couple of days. This person will come back, and it's wise to become this person's friend until they resolve this fear of missing out and fear of intimacy, because I see here that they've actually chosen you, and with the hard work card they're willing to put in the effort. Yeah, and we're getting Virgo energy here, so we're getting it twice, Sun in Virgo and the Hermit card. This could be a Virgo with some Leo energy in their charts. Yeah, I'm seeing some Scorpio energy here. So a person that kind of needs to take themselves a little bit off of their pedestal and put you on that pedestal. So give them time, okay? Don't rush things and you will actually get the relationship that you want. So this is what I had for you, group 2. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Smash the like button if you have. Smash the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I love to welcome you in my family. Make sure to comment down below and let me know if this resonated in any way, shape, or form. I'm trying to kind of jazz up my readings a little bit to introduce fresh energy for you guys. And all this being said, until next time, I really hope you take care of yourself, and I'll see you then. Mwah. Hey group 3, hello, I'm so happy to have you here with me for a pick a card reading on the topic of the details of your next intimate encounter. So this is for those of you that were drawn to Gula, the Babylonian, Mesopotamian, Sumerian goddess of healing, one of the 3 at least. She is the patron of the healing professions, witch doctors, medicine doctors, shamans. So I have a feeling that if you're drawn to this energy, you either are a healer yourself, a medic, a doctor, some sort of a healing arts practitioner, maybe even a spiritual healer, or you're about to have an intimate encounter with somebody that has these characteristics. As you guys know, or maybe you're new to my channel, I like to do a combination of live shuffling from a tarot deck of my choice, and I have here the Manara Tarot, and I also have some pre-selected, pre-shuffled oracle cards. For a moment, the verb was missing. I'm kind of picking on a very slow and tired energy. Already the messages are filtering through. I'm a little bit distracted. There's a very slow and tired energy. You might just be here right before falling asleep, or you're doing 2 things at the same time while watching my reading. I'm kind of picking up on the energy of a person that is also feeling a little bit like has a sore belly, feels a little bit stuck and constipated. I'm sorry for this TMI, but I need to tell you what I feel. Also, in between your group and group 2's reading, I had to stop and eat. I was very hungry. So there is a hunger here for experiencing life, but at the same time, it could be that disproportional to your hunger to have sex and to experience life and to have adventures, intimate adventures, you might be feeling very low on energy and like you're out of it and like you're stressed out, and what's the point? Yeah, so we're having here a conflict, an internal conflict, a disproportional energy, or 2 things that are seemingly contradictory. But if you work on one of them, it might just be that you get the second one. So let's see right now. I'm going to live shuffle from the Manara Tarot to see more details regarding this intimate encounter. In the meantime, please have a look at all the links that I placed for you right down here, right below. You can join the channel, you can, book a personal reading with me, you can follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, yada, yada, yada. Have a look for yourself. I know you can handle it, Cookie. You're a smart cookie. Cookie, maybe this person will call you something sweet, like something that you might find childish, and it's gonna embarrass you, or it might make you cringe temporarily. Okay, let me show you the cards that drop to the table. They all drop to the table very neatly. You might actually have an intimate encounter with a neat freak, okay? So we have here, I'm sorry, Virgos, I love you, but this is, the timing of this card is phenomenal. So I was talking about neat freaks, I was talking about healers, medicine, doctor people, and we are having here the Knight of Earth, Virgo energy. You see the glyph of Virgo right here at the bottom. The Knight of Earth talks about a same-aged individual, so the same age as you are, a member of your own generation. Could be a Taurus, could be a Capricorn as well, if Virgo doesn't resonate with you. I see very clearly here a Virgo, so somebody born at the end of August, beginning of September. Let's see as well, we have here the King of Water. Oh, group 3. I think we need to talk. Either you're in a connection with somebody, you're already committed to this King of Water, and you're going to have an affair with this Knight of Earth. Or it could be that you might be given two choices, yeah? Let me show you the rest of the cards and we'll get into it. Let's see what else, because I like to see the cards sitting next to each other. We have the Three of Fire. Oof, exploring your options. Okay. We have the Nine of Fire, not wanting to let go at the same time. We have the Temperance card. We call this in Romanian, this is my card, which I like to call in Romanian, the card of the Înger de Bună Vestire, which is the angel of good news, you would say, the annunciating angel. We have Sagittarius energy as well, and Sagittarians can be a little bit fickle in terms of love. They like to explore the wide romantic diversity that is out there before they settle down on someone. So I'm picking up on a very fickle kind of energy. You might be feeling at the moment like you are in a connection with somebody, but it's not moving. You're stuck. You're in a state of conflict. Some of you could be having the proverbial midlife crisis, and you're already married to somebody for some years now, and you're looking to have an affair with somebody younger, or maybe not even an affair, you're crushing on somebody younger. But we are here to talk about the intimate details of your encounter. So I would say that some of you are fantasizing heavily, if not actually engaging in something with this person in the next period. Others of you are feeling like you are in a connection with somebody, but things are not moving forward. So you're already trying to move your sight onto somebody else, somebody better, somebody that could actually do something. But I'm seeing that this person that you have your sight on is moving quite slowly. Okay, so be mindful of exchanging one frustration for another. There is something within you that first needs to find peace in order to manifest this around you. You're not going to find it in another person. Yeah. So let me show you the oracle cards as well. Entrapment. Wow, what was I saying about feeling suffocated, feeling like the energy is a little bit stale? I kind of feel like you're here from another group as well. You could have listened to group 2. I think had something about feeling a little bit like controlled or pressured by the surrounding circumstances. Because I felt the need to not repeat certain introductory things I was saying in your group, because maybe you might have heard them before that. Anyway, coming back to this card, Entrapment. Maybe you have just completed a period of recovery. You might have been sick, you might have been completely out of it, you might have been depressed, and now you are finally getting the right medicine, the right kind of help. It could be that some of you are in a connection, you got sick, you went to the doctor, and you're crushing on the doctor right now. You're actually fantasizing about this doctor that helped you get better, rather than your partner that might have actually gotten you sick, or might have contributed to the sickness by making you feel stressed out. Okay, not to say that your partner is a bad person. It's just I feel that this is something that happened indirectly. It wasn't necessarily their intention. Now, wow, look at the card that you got. Aroused. I have something for you. So if you're fantasizing about this healer, doctor, spiritual person that is helping you cope with the difficult circumstances in your life at the moment, then I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear that this person is fantasizing about you too. Yeah. So we have here an individual that is clearly sexually interested in you, even though they might hide that, even though there might be this professional barrier. If you're picking up on certain vibes, You got a boo. Your intuition is on spot, on target. This person fancies you too. I cannot stop drooling in your reading. I keep like stopping to swallow. What is happening here? Give me a second. I need to drink from my coffee. And my mermaid tail. My dad actually told me that this looks like a pineapple, and since he said that, I cannot unsee it. It used to be a beautiful mermaid. Now, unfortunately, it is a blue pineapple. Sorry about that little, you know, bit of information that you really didn't need. Coming back to your cards. Yeah, there is something here, like this person wants you so badly. They could literally go like, oh, like this, you know, when they look at photos of you online, or when they talk to you, they could fiddle with their body parts, you know, they could please themselves thinking of you. I'm sure that they've done it more than once since you guys met, and I'm sure that you're thinking about them too. Let me show you the cards again. Yeah, but there is this card I keep wanting to show you, but it's kind of like something else intervenes, and I need to show you this card. This is fertility. Oh, the plot thickens. What are we doing here? Group 3. This is like a Mexican telenovela of the finest kind. And also snapping fingers. Something will click, something snaps in, something awakens, somebody will have a realization. It could be that you will be taking a pregnancy test after this intimate encounter, and you'll be shocked at the results. Okay, I do see here 2 individuals on the table. I need to make it very clear, right? Somebody younger, somebody older, somebody that is a water sign, somebody that is an earth sign. So any sign in between Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Most likely the clarifiers that we have here are Scorpio and Virgo. Okay, so take these energies as they apply. We also have Sagittarius here on the table. So maybe the object of desire could be a Sagittarian. I see here some desire to explore greener pastures because the current connection is just not doing it for you. And I see here the chance of getting pregnant as well. So if you're in between a situation with these 2 people, do your best to protect yourself during the sexual act, because you might have an unwanted surprise in the case in which you're not looking to get pregnant. If you're looking to get pregnant, hallelujah, glory be, there you go, your womb is going to create life. Yeah, so we have here potential, powerful creative energy, and also initiation energy. On another level, if you guys are not of the let's get pregnant and settle down age, it could be that this connection is going to revitalize you. It will make you feel like I can initiate again. I feel desired, I feel wanted, I feel vital, I feel sexy again, you know, because maybe considering that we see this image here, as I said before, maybe you were down in the dumps, maybe you were really melancholic, also maybe clinically depressed, you were potentially needing to lie in bed all day, you weren't actually feeling very energized or passionate about the things that used to give you pleasure, and this individual appears, right? This individual that is symbolized here by the pestilence doctor. You see the mask, and also by Gula, the great, the goddess of healing. So somebody appears in your life to lift you up, and you're gonna crush massively on this person. And I see that your next intimate encounter is gonna be with this person because they feel the same way about you. So there is a certain healing energy that happens there, first on a spiritual, maybe on a professional level as well, and then it will become physical and sexual. And I feel that this might be a moment when you are trying to leave a connection with somebody that is just not helping you grow, not making you feel loved and desired anymore. It could be that you have a partner that is distracted, or maybe they are also thinking about, you know, leaving the connection. Maybe they're still physically there, but mentally and emotionally they've left a long time ago. Because I see here 2 individuals that are both thinking about leaving, but they're both trying to hold their ground and stick around. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe fear of the unknown, not wanting to be without somebody familiar during these uncertain, chaotic times. I can understand that. The cards don't show me any more than this, okay? So I'm not going to speculate. But I see here liberation. I see here good news. I see here the gift of a baby, yeah, the blessing. I see here energy, health, vitality. The Temperance card is beautiful. It's about all things in moderation. Everything falls in its right place. Just like in the Radiohead song. Listen to it. It's really interesting. I feel like this is your message. I don't feel called to add too much to it for fear of kind of disturbing this beautiful balance that the Temperance card brought in. This seems to me to be quite a specific reading, so I would be curious to know if it resonated with any of you. It can be on a whole spectrum, from a person that is desperately trying to leave a connection and attaches themselves to a healing professional, towards somebody that is just kind of like fantasizing about two potential individuals and might not have had any contact. So you could be anywhere on that spectrum. I'm reading here for a large collective, so the likelihood of it resonating with you tends to be kind of 50 to 40%. Get a personal private reading with me. I offer those. Second link in the description box below if you need more clarity specifically applied to you, boo, okay? In the meantime, if you don't feel so called to work with me on a private level, that's okay, that's fine. I'm super happy that you're here. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the reading. Smash the subscribe button too. Comment down below and let me know. And also, take great care of yourself, okay? Keep things wrapped up and protected if you don't want to actually get this blessing. But if you do, as I said, hey, run amok. I'm sending you lots of light and love and hope to see you on my next one. Mwah. Ciao. Hey group 4, hello my loves. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of the details of your next intimate encounter. And this is for those of you that were drawn to the goddess Mnemosine. I hope you haven't skipped over the introduction. It's a bit longish today. It's mostly because I'm telling you the story and the myth of Mnemosine and what she stands for. All in all, I can tell you that she is the goddess of memory, and she also has a fun little tidbit that she rules over captured images, so selfies and all sorts of photos that we like to take and maybe film, you know, facts of life. She's the one that rules over those. So it could be that your next intimate encounter could be with some sort of social media person, a creator. It could be that this could be a filmmaker as well, somebody that photographs things or films things for a living, a person that likes to sit behind the camera, a director, a script writer, somebody that could work in television, broadcasting, radio, telecommunications, and has a sort of like very strong social media presence or renown. This could also be somebody from your past, because as you saw, Mnemosine's keyword is the past, memory. So it could be that you're reconnecting with somebody from your past that either worked in that profession or has created a career for themselves in the meantime as they were separated from you in one of these areas I mentioned at the beginning. Now, if you're new to my channel, and even if you're returning, you might know that I like to do a combination of live shuffling from a tarot deck of my choice and pre-selected oracle cards. That's how I like to divinate. I like to get clarifiers, but I like to select them before I actually pull from the live tarot. And I like to pull live from the tarot because the energy is stronger, and I can also capture a little bit of your energy, the one that you bring here to the table, and I can use it when I live shuffle from them. So thank you for being here. Welcome. Also, as I'm live shuffling, have a look at the links that I placed for you down below. I've recently added a new one. I have a new TikTok account if you're curious in checking that out, and many other things that you can enjoy and follow and look it up. Okay, so speaking of looking it up, I'm getting that some of you are actually going to have this intimate encounter in an environment that could be like a gym or a yoga studio or a space where there are going to be many mirrors, because we have here the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Jupiter card, and in this specific deck, in the Manara Tarot, the Wheel of Fortune is talking about the mirror. So getting something back, like a beautiful reward for some good energy that you have given to other people. I feel like this next intimate encounter is going to be like a blessing. I feel that it will happen spontaneously, it will be super fun, and you're gonna feel incredibly happy that it happened. I feel that it could also happen with a friend, somebody that you've known from your past for a very long time in certain cases, and in other cases, this is a reconciliation that you've been trying to manifest and now it's finally coming through. There is something here about a person not being able to take you off their mind, not being able to stop fantasizing about you. The story of Mnemosine was that Zeus was very attracted to her and he tricked her. He went to her into the guise of a shepherd and made love to her for 9 days and 9 nights. So 9 also could represent something here. It's usually, people have many different interpretations of number. My personal interpretations of the number 9 is that it represents an ending, a conclusion. It's not really the best kind of energy. I have a lot of personal stories and what I've noticed from my clients as well, and from those I'm trying to help through the means of the occult, from stories on my family line, which includes a lot of witches and occult practices. I can tell you that number 9 is usually quite a negative kind of energy. So not to kind of bring this energy up, I don't even know why I've opened this parenthesis, but I kind of feel that the reconciliation itself would be very happy. The intimate day, it will be quite successful. You're going to feel pleased. You're going to feel desired and wanted, but there might still be the energy there of lingering regret and wanting to still put an end to this connection. That's basically what I'm picking up on. Let's see all the other cards. We have here the Two of Fire blocked. This is the card of Mars in Aries. Okay, it's kind of like stunted growth. That's my Two of Fire. We also have here the Three of Coins. I have to say that I'm feeling really bloated in your reading for some reason. It's like a secret. Somebody will be sitting on a secret. There's going to be something that makes you feel uncomfortable, but I don't understand what. And that's why, and also there are many distractions in your reading as well. Let's see, let's continue. We have the Page of Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody younger than you, somebody that really wants to claim you, but it kind of feels like it's like they want everything with you, but they're going about it in a very immature way, in a very inexperienced way. Like they might want to make love to you, but instead of actually kind of joking around and making you feel comfortable, they might just lunge at you. So that's the kind of vibration. You feel that desire, but you're kind of thinking this could be done in a more refined way, or you could use more words rather than just like grunt at me and kind of sniff me. That's the vibration I'm getting here. Then we also have the High Priestess. In this case, it's just the Priestess. And we have number 2, Pisces energy. This could be a coupling between 2 water signs. One of you could be Pisces, the other one could be Scorpio or Cancer, or another Piscean as well. I see here with Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune and the Priestess, it could be a Pisces and a Sagittarius. But there's something here not sitting right with me. Let's see, what are we sitting on? So let's see what the oracle cards are. Say what you mean. I think one of you is waiting for the other one to confess their feelings, but neither wants to admit what they feel for one another, although you both love each other. But you're both quite proud, or you're quite defensive, protective, overly protective of this energy. And you're kind of like, I'm not going to say it, but I feel that I love you, you know, and both of you are in the same kind of vibration because we have the Mirror here. Believe it or not, this person is more similar to you than you think, but neither of you wants to say the truth. You just hope that the other one can feel it and will say it for you. That's why this connection is a little bit, you know, the energy is a little bit grated. We have here reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. What's your thoughts? If you want this person back, but you're also kind of angry at them, you might bring back this person and they might bring conflict into your life. It's important for you to actually sit with yourself, bring yourself to a state of calmness and stillness, and think about, do you really want this person back? And if you want them, try to think of them in a very positive light. Believe that people can change, because they do, because change is the only stable thing that we have in life, as paradoxical as that might sound. Yeah, so this is a moment for you to have a really beautiful conversation with this person right before you get your clothes off and you have sex. I think that even during sex, you guys are gonna talk. This is gonna be the kind of energy of you kiss, you stop, you talk. You kind of lunge towards each other, you stop and talk. You are pushing in on each other, you stop and talk. That's kind of the vibration I'm getting, and it could also last all night long. It's going to be quite healing, but I feel like one of you might choose to walk away still. And that's a little bit heartbreaking. Yeah, so we have here, will you come and get it, turning away. Yeah. I know the paradox of actually showing you an image of a very beautiful ass and saying that it's heartbreaking, but maybe this is it. Maybe one of you is actually prioritizing the physical while the other one is highly soulful and spiritual, and that's where the incompatibility is between the two of you. One of you is very risk-taking. Whoa! Oh my god, that was such weird energy. I'm not gonna edit this out. What's happening here? Let me pull one more card to clarify what's happening here with this energy. Why do I feel bloated in group 4's reading? Why are the cards just flipping out of my hand? Because Spirit wanted to interrupt me to tell you that this is true love. Yeah, this is true love. You're going to have sex with a person that you love and a person that loves you too. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune is still turning, because this was the card that actually flipped, like almost jumped out of my hand as I was holding it twice. So the Wheel of Fortune is spinning right now, and I'm also cutting myself with the cards. What is going on in your reading group 4? Jesus. We have here the Queen of Earth. It's because this person had to leave somebody else, a Taurus, Virgo, and a Capricorn, in order to be with you. And you had to wait, and it's been really painful, and it's been really annoying. And you felt like you wanted to move on from this person, but at the same time, this person keeps popping back because it's true love. You still hold them in your heart. Even though you're quite rebellious and independent yourself. You see the sheep pirate here, right? The female buccaneer. But at the same time, this person is super attracted to you. You guys, I think that you would make great counterparts. My mind went blank on that word, counterparts. Yeah, parts? Where does this word come from, counterparts? Okay, you are really gonna sit and split hairs with this person, because right now my brain is trying to understand the English lexicon again, trying to understand where does the origin of the word counterparts comes from, because it's human beings, not parts. You would think of body parts. Why are they counter? Okay, so you're going to do some sort of analysis of your paradoxes, analysis of your oppositional features, and you're going to find out that you have more things in common, more things that bring you together and unite you than separate you. There has been the intrusion of a family group. There has been another female, a low vibrational Queen of Earth, because this card was blocked when I picked it up from the table. There has been a feeling of being trapped, controlled, or suffocated, and all of these energies kind of blocked your connection. And I think that you were not able to have sex with this person in the past, even though you developed feelings for each other, you dated each other. I feel like something was blocked or stopped, or like getting a sense of coitus interruptus. But this person's incipient feelings are actually overflowing at the moment for you. These are two beginner cards, the beginnings, the inklings of love. And I see here that you're calling each other out and calling each other, pulling each other in. Oh my goodness, like there's verbal mastery and kind of weirdness happening in your group. I'm not sure what's happening. It's like things are rewired and realigned as I'm reading your energy. That's why it's all like boop, 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 spark plugs everywhere. The important thing is that you should be very honest with this person. I keep being drawn back to this card. Be honest with this person. At the moment, you could have your backs turned towards each other, but clear communication is going to unblock your hearts. And I feel like you guys are made to be together. The moon and Jupiter, you can make each other very, very happy. You relax very well. Like in the same way, you know, you have a person that is like a kindred spirit to you. So this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Even though it was a little bit wacky, and even though I needed clarification, you know what? I'm gonna pull one more card. I wanna see. I wanna see. So what's coming up next? Yeah. The big risk, the new chapter, the new beginning. Definitely. And this is why we're having these beginning energies on the table. It's like you had a chance with this person and it never actually materialized. It never actually embodied itself. You couldn't physically be together, touch this person. And now this is it, the new beginning, Uranus. It will be completely surprising, spontaneous, electric, exactly the kind of energy that I feel I kind of picked up on as I'm reading. It's like things are flowing and then they get interrupted, and they're flowing and they get interrupted, but each interruption is a breakthrough and it's helping you guys ascend and progress. Yeah, so some of you could be in higher order spiritual connections, twin flames, karmic soulmates, etc. Yeah, I see that your next encounter is going to be deeply vocal, verbal, and I see you're going to have all sorts of spontaneous surprises, spontaneous kisses, spontaneous interactions, and I feel that you guys are going to laugh. You're going to laugh a lot. Uranus is this energy of, excuse my language, but shits and giggles, yeah? On this note, I'm going to go right now and realign my chakras because this energy kind of took some out of me, you know. It's kind of like I need some rewiring of myself because I feel like, oh. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed it. Let me know then in the comments if it resonates in any way, shape, or form. Also, smash the subscribe button if you're not included in my family. We like to welcome you here. It's a really lovely spiritual community. I put a lot of effort into creating it. So yeah, I'm taking great precautions to keep things positive and lovely and healing and inspiring and creative. So include yourself in my family. I'm really happy to have you. And if you enjoy these type of pick a card readings, you might want to watch this series I especially created for you on healing sexual topics. So maybe you're going to enjoy that. And until next time, take great care. Mwah.